Come on now, what is going on, people? We are back again with another edition of Moving Mad. Anyway, bit over dramatic, but we may proceed. Now, with that being said though, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about one of YouTube's worst parents. And I say that purely because, well, this is a family that was put on my radar a couple of days ago, and I've been really looking into them and thinking, okay, what angle could I provide you guys that has not been provided before by anybody else? Sadly, the angle that I'm going to go for is quite dark and it may even be triggering. So I'm warning you right now, disclaimer if you dig what I'm saying. But before we proceed, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel and Patreon, and every single person that is a subscriber as we continue to grow. Now, with that being said though, ladies and gentlemen, the SACCONEJOLYs family is a family that has been on this platform for a very long time. Not only have they been on YouTube for a very long time, but they've also been on TV as well. Now, this is a family that is glorified being the perfect family. But just like some channels do, sometimes you start to lose views. And in that moment in time, what do people do? Creators normally go to a certain stage where they'll make content that is just outrageous, even if it means exploiting their own children. And today I want to talk about one child in particular. Even though I disagree with anyone exploiting their children for revenue, in this video we're taking a slightly darker turn. Now, they've got a son called Eduardo. This is a young man here who is being exploited in one of the worst ways possible. Because you see, if you go into history, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna know that there was a time in the 19th and the 20th century where, well, being a boy dressing like a girl for money was a thing. And not only was it a thing, but even in this current time, it is still a thing. The only difference is it now happens in private. I mean, I say it happens in private, but then when someone in the royal family gets caught, they get away with it. But nonetheless though, ladies and gentlemen, let me get down to the nitty and gritty and the point I'm trying to make here. I do not find it very comfortable and very appealing that one, YouTube allowed this, but two, that this family think it's okay to, I wouldn't say glorify, because that's not the right word, because there's nothing wrong with a child or anyone wanting to discover their sexuality and discover who they really are. Nothing against that. But here's the thing though, you're on a public platform where you haven't got any consent from your child to say that they're allowed to be online, and then to make it even more worse, to be online while the child is figuring out who they want to be. So the fact that they have their child, their young son, on this platform, and they're dressing him up with the wigs and the dresses, and they're doing his makeup, not that I'm against it, remember that. My point is that in the 19th and the 20th century, there is history behind young men, young boys who were taken advantage of, or at least went into work purely because it was the only way they felt to earn some money. So the fact is this though, we still live in a world where we still have those predators around on the internet. So the fact that they find it fitting to be dressing their own little boy in a way that is still pretty much a thing secretly is just beyond me and disgusting. And I just wanted to bring that to your attention because, to be honest with you, this family shouldn't even be allowed on the internet. The fact of the matter is, that young man there, his future could potentially be doomed. And I say that because, here's the thing. How is a young man who's so young meant to grow up with some sort of identity if his parents are already creating it for him? And when I say that, what I mean is, when you are put on the internet, whatever identity is given to you on the internet by your parents is going to be the one you're going to live by for a very long time until you are able yourself to flip it around. And let's be honest, this is how traumatic experiences begin. This is how mental health begins. And to make it even more sad, well, this is how now taking your own life as a child also begins. But nonetheless though, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know what you think. Because as far as I'm concerned, what they're doing to their boy and to their children in general is absolutely appalling, absolutely disgusting, and it is absolutely just forbidden. But nonetheless though, you give me your opinion and we'll talk about it. Good time. Peace.